game day or a family get-together. Sherm's has the quality products and prices that will make you cheer. Sherm's Thunderbird Market, Medford's original discount grocery store.
We love our sports here.
It's our responsibility to keep them great. And we need you to know your role.
You can be a player.
You can be a coach.
You can be a spectator.
Or an official.
But you only get to be one.
Know your role.
Parents, release your kid to the game.
It's my experience.
Don't yell at the refs. They have a hard job.
Know your role.
Players, respect your opponents.
Love to play, win or lose.
Know your role.
So what do you do when you get injured in a motorcycle accident and you need legal help? Easy. Just go to letusfightforyou.com. That's it. Letusfightforyou.com, helping Oregonians get justice for over 40 years.
And a very happy February 10th, 2023 to you and your families. However you may be watching, however you may be listening, we're glad that you've decided to spend your Friday night with us right here on Table Rock Sports Productions. Hello, everyone, and welcome to an exciting showdown between two top 10 teams from two different conferences playing at the end of February. Something you don't see all that often, as the Lady Cavers have made their way up I-5 as they're welcomed in by the Lady Crusaders, the number 2 Jesuit Lady Crusaders with a 17-2 record, and the Lady Cavers 14-5, ranked number 10 in the state, and the Lady Crusaders ranked number 2. This game could mean a lot when it comes down to the seedings as we start to hit the March time frame, but both teams will really be tested here tonight. We got a good one. Brian Gregg here on the call. We'll take our first break. When we come back, I will welcome in the coach, Scott Ball, here to the broadcast. We're here at beautiful Jesuit High School here in beautiful Beaverton, Oregon. We'll be back after this quick break.
Dear Dad, today was hard. You know how much I love you, and you know how much I love sports. I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports, I love to play, and I love my team. I want us both to enjoy the game, win or lose. But we can't if you always lose your temper. I hope you can cheer for me and the other players. It's about more than just the score. It's about us all enjoying the experience. I hope you can join me for my next game. I really want you to be there. Love, Katie.
Welcome back here to Jesuit High School as the number 2 Lady Crusaders, 17-2 on the year, and the Lady Cavers 14-5 from the Southwest Conference. And a big test here this evening. And I'd be remiss if I didn't welcome into the coach, the broadcast, the longtime man who's certainly called a few games, Coach Scott Paul. And Coach, great to have you here on the broadcast. Two top 10 teams, two different conferences. Certainly can play a role as we roll into March here in a couple of weeks.
You know, Brian, thanks for the invite to call this game with you tonight. I'm particularly excited to see this game tonight because I haven't seen either of these teams play this year, so I'm really excited about seeing how really good these Jesuit Lady Crusaders are. At 17-2, they have got up to a great start and have a chance to add some hardware to their vast trophy case they have here at Jesuit High School.
So Jesuit 8-0 in conference right now. Beaverton right there behind them, 6-1. But, you know, Scott, what's so interesting is when you look at the Southwest Conference here, you have Grants Pass, number 10th ranked team in the state. You think, okay, that's probably going to put me near the top of, the top 10, but they're number 10. Well, Lamont, number 8, South Medford, number 1. So crazy to think that three teams fall themselves in the top 10.
Well, the conference has got some incredible competition, especially those three teams at the top of the conference. They're going to battle it out for the league championship and make both teams better as they compete against each other.
And we're going to take another break. We'll be back.
What do you do when you don't know the first step in applying for Social Security disability? It's easy. Just go to letusfightforyou.com. That's it. Letusfightforyou.com, helping Oregonians get justice for over 40 years.
Daily adventures start right here at Pinnacle 365. You'll find exactly what you need for your morning motivation. Later in the day, add some crunch to your lunch with crispy, crunchy chickens, mouth-watering chicken, and chicken tenders. Wherever your next adventure takes you, we're here to keep you energized throughout the day. And our new Peak Rewards program helps you save money on fuel, so you can travel further for less. Daily adventures are better with Pinnacle 365.
There's a time machine that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Come enjoy the patio weather and a brand new menu at Tap Rock Northwest Grill, where friends and family gather and memories are made. Come visit us today or visit our website.
Welcome back here to the broadcast. Scott Paul, Brian Gregg here on this beautiful Friday in winter, Scott. I don't know about you, but I actually had to turn on the air conditioning today in my house. I mean, I don't know if you were quite that enthusiastic about the air conditioning, but I sure was here this evening.
Well, I got a good chance to be outside a little bit today and I really enjoyed that vitamin D. You don't get a lot of it this time of year, so when you can get it, I take it.
So, Scott, let's talk about what these type of games mean. One thing that's always fascinating when you have an opportunity to play a team out of conference near the end of your season is you get to find out what you're good at, and you also get to find out what you need to work on. And especially when you start getting to tournament time, you can start to identify some opportunities that may need some improvement as you roll into March.
Well, the coach in me always likes to have a out-of-conference game later in the season because it gives you a chance to see something different and you see how good you are and where the areas you need to work on and improve, especially when you got a top 10 matchup like this game.
So two top 10 teams are going to go at it. The Lady Cavers in their road uniforms, blue with white numerals, and Jesuit, who is no stranger when it comes to state championships amongst the Raptors here. It looks like a big, huge quilt here in this gymnasium. So we are underway here at Beaverton High School. The number 2 ranked Jesuit Crusaders looking to go to 18-2 as Emma Sixta will start this one out. Lady Cavers in a man-to-man defense. Near side, front of the shelf, can't get it. And the Lady Cavers want to run. And inside with the right spin move.
Great move, just couldn't finish.
Sophia Mock with her first opportunity, could not make it convert, just underway. And the kick out far side, 3 ball is good. Sophia Bell.
Boy, she has a nice stroke. I'm really impressed by that.
So the Lady Cavers looking to match. Around the horn, far side, Crusaders in a man-to-man defense. And looking to tie it up from the top, and won't go. And Lady Crusaders want to push it. Kick far side. Bell, 3-ball, won't get it. And a big offensive rebound inside. Kendra Hicks, the junior, with the offensive rebound, and she will head to the free throw line for the first time here this evening. So Scott certainly here early. They like that Sophia Bell 3-ball from the corner.
Well, and I particularly like Kendra Hicks getting good position in on for that rebound. Offensive putbacks are critical in the outcome of every contest.
So just underway here, 6:42. Scott Paul, Brian Gregg, Mike Strickland, the man behind the lens. The Wizard, as we like to refer to him as.
He is the Wizard.
Yeah, Brooke Anderson, far side. And in the paint, good defense there by Kendra Hicks. Ball on the floor. And a tie up, and it indicates it will stay with the Lady Cavers. You know, you wonder, Scott, when you have to go on those long road trips, when you've been sitting on a bus for 4.5 hours, it can sometimes take a little bit to get the cobwebs out. It looks like Jesuit might be getting up the floor a little bit easier right now.
Yeah, you and I've seen that many times when we do these games, when we broadcast the Southwest Conference teams like this, that they're always a little bit rusty that first quarter.
Near side, Sophia Mock. And the Cavers trying to get the offense going here, but credit the defense by Jesuit. Near side, back of the iron, won't go. And Lady Crusaders want to run. Might have gone away with the travel there. Near side, 3-ball, got it. Avery Edwards, she finds herself in the stat book. And the Crusaders jump out to a 7-0 lead. And Grants Pass is going to want to talk it over with a quick timeout. And, you know, Scott, we talked about that. It's almost like their first option almost tends to be the 3-ball. It doesn't look inside right away, but credit Jesuit for getting out in transition nicely.
Well, you know, that's one way the game has changed so much anymore, that Sophia Bell had good position. She could have taken it to all the way to the hoop, it looked like, but she kicked it out on the 3-ball. And with these modern players can shoot the ball so darn well that that's an impressive. It's really tough to defend that inside-out game.
So Jesuit starts out this one, 8-0. As Kendra Hicks converted her 2 free throws.
Full court pressure.
And the Crusaders turning up the pressure just a bit. 5:39 just underway. And far side, Brooke Anderson. Ball stolen away. Stuck her hand in there. Sophia Bell, the length of the floor. And she has her 5th point of the game. And the Lady Cavers finding themselves in a bit of a hole right now. Far side, Anderson. Good defense by Bell. And inside, ball stolen away. 2nd turnover, Scott. And certainly when you find yourself down 10, turnovers are not your ideal customer. And another 3 by Bell. This time will not convert. And with the fast break, ball will go out of bounds and will stay with the Lady Cavers.
Good hustle by Brooke Anderson there to keep that ball active and get it in the hands of the Lady Cavers.
And inside, looking for Wakefield, turns, not there.
Good look at it, just couldn't finish.
And Jesuit wants to run round the horn. 3-ball once again. Bell, front of the iron, won't go. Offensive read-round, Hicks. And we'll go out of bounds and we'll stay with the Crusaders. So 2nd offensive rebound here tonight for Kendra Hicks. And Coach, you know as well as anything that second chance opportunity in basketball can drive a coach nuts on the defensive end.
Yeah, you look at the stats over the years, and the team that controls the offensive boards almost always wins. So coaches like to rebound from the offense and get fired up and frustrated when they give up the offensive rebound.
And
there you go.
And the first points of the game for Reagan Bruner. And she's got her name in the stat book. And the Lady Cavers with the 3 ball. And good defense this time, trying to cut the deficit to 5, possibly 4. 3:45, Scott Paul, Brian Gregg. And the good penetration this time by Brooke Anderson, but cannot convert. And with the right off the glass, and won't go. But Sophia Bell will head to the free throw line.
Well, I've read a lot about Sophia's offensive talent, but I haven't had a chance to see her in person. And it looks like Jesuit likes to have their offense go through Sophia.
So she will visit the free throw line for the first time. And Sophia Bell has her 6 point, 11 point of the game. Fans want to remind you today's game is brought to you in part by Avista Utilities and our friends at Pinnacle 365. Feeling your adventure to see 21 Pilots. Download Peak Rewards and the app to earn free fountain drinks and coffee.
Can't give up your dribble.
And a third turnover of the game for the Lady Cavers. And, Coach, you notice that. It's certainly difficult to start your offense when you're 30 feet away from the bucket picking up your dribble.
Yeah, you pick up your dribble like that, you've just made the defense, giving them a big favor. Good move. Emma Sixto showing some penetration skill set there. Very impressive.
So 14-3 here in the first, 2:56. Lady Cavers got to get something going here. Can't find yourself down against a very, very good basketball team.
Jesuits very active on the defensive side of the ball there. As good as they are on offense, I think they're even better on defense.
As the Crusaders will continue being that man-to-man defense in the block, turns with the right, up and good. As Sophie Mock, excuse me. And she gives the Lady Cavers their 5th point of the game. And the inside spin move, offensive rebound, back up and in.
Boy, the Lady Cavers are just giving up too many offensive rebounds.
And the 16th point of the game for the Crusaders. And a good penetration off the dribble this time, Brooke Anderson. And she will head to the free throw line for the first time here this evening. Certainly, Scott, I like that offensive intensity there. You know, getting your point guard penetrating. I know how much you as a coach really like a guard that can penetrate.
Well, when you got a guard that can not only penetrate but can dish really well, that plays havoc for defenses because they got to respect the penetration, but they also have to worry about the wing people. I'd like to see the Cavers see if they can kick that ball after she penetrates. I can see if she can kick it out to the three-point line, though.
And the second one is good for Brooke Anderson, 7th point of the game, and the Crusaders wasting no time getting down the floor. Yeah, so as Emma gets her 4th point of the game, 18 of the game, 2:02 left here into the first. And a long 3 ball, front of the shelf, can't get it. And a rebound this time, and the ball will go out of bounds.
Good defense by the Cavers.
First time we've seen a press by the Lady Cavers here, Coach.
Well, you fall down 18-7 early in the ball game. You got to put some pressure, make some stops.
This is Brooke. To the elbow with the right up, can't get it. And Wakefield had a good look, just couldn't quite convert it. And the Lady Crusaders want to push. As Andre Bayless was looking at that baseline, but just a bit of a bump, and she was pushed out of bounds, and so the Crusaders will have it underneath their own basket. Fans want to remind you to make sure to visit Tap Rock Northwest Bar and Grill on the banks of the Rogue River. First-class food and a new menu awaits you. The gem of the Thomason Hospitality Group. Tap Rock Northwest and Bar. 118 And a good penetration once again by Brooke Anderson, and she will be fouled.
You know, Brooke has that, what I call basketball Jones look about her. She just looks like she's spent a lot of time in the gym playing a little rap ball. Really, really solid athlete. I really impressed.
So second time to the free throw line here. And she continues to be perfect. And the Lady Cavers cut their deficit back to 10. And looking to make it single digits. And it's good. Good looking stroke there, Coach.
Boy, it's just celebrating the 50th year of Title IX is 50 years later. These young ladies are amazing athletes and very fine basketball players.
As we hit 1 minute here into the first. And crossover dribble inside. Brooke might have been fouled. Ball on the floor, and both teams will dive for it. And the arrow indicated it will go back to the Lady Crusaders. 52 seconds remaining here in the first. Scott Paul, Brian Gregg here. Glad to have you along as we're here at beautiful Jesuit High School here in Beaverton, Oregon, just off of 217. As we hit 40 seconds. Inside, turns. And we will have another foul. And Gabriella will head to the free throw line for the first time this evening.
Looks like they got a lot of ball on that one. The replay looks like she got a lot of ball too.
And the second attempt, the first attempt is no good. So we will hit 35 seconds here. And the second one is not good as well.
I'd like to see the ladies, Cavers, make a couple buckets, close that gap before the end of the first quarter and be right back in this ball game.
Near side, Mia. Round the horn, 20 ticks. And a give and go, trying to get it back to Mia, cutting through the backside, but the ball was knocked out of bounds. I certainly like that play, Coach.
Yeah, they come from the weak side like that, running behind where the defenders have their backs turned to the player. It's a good play.
Near side, Kenzie. 10 seconds. And the ball knocked away, 7 seconds. And with the left, Emma got it. And it is good. So at the buzzer, Emma Sixta makes it 20 points for the Crusaders. So at the end of one, it's the Lady Cavers 9 and Jesuit 20. We'll take a break and come back. We will start the second period. You're watching live coverage of 6A girls basketball right here on Table Rock Sports. We'll be back.
What do you do when you get injured in a motorcycle accident and you need legal help? Easy. Just go to letusfightforyou.com. That's it. Letusfightforyou.com, helping Oregonians get justice for over 40 years.
Get ready for winter's snowy, icy, slippery roads at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We've stocked up on over 100 quality pre-owned trucks and SUVs, and every pre-owned 4x4 and all-wheel drive in stock is sale priced. Many are still under factory warranty or come with our 60-day, 3,000-mile comprehensive used vehicle warranty. And our finance experts are ready to help with a quick, easy, and hassle-free process with great finance options. Be safe, warm, and secure this winter. Get to the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
So what do you do when you get injured on the job and need to know your rights with workers' compensation? Easy. Just go to letusfightforyou.com. That's it. Letusfightforyou.com, helping Oregonians get justice for over 40 years.
Welcome back to the broadcast. Scott Paul, Brian Gregg, Mike Strickland. As the Lady Cavers.
Too many turnovers, Brian.
Had an opportunity, cut the deficit to 9, but right at the end of one, Emma Sixta added 2 more to the board to give them an 11-point lead heading in here into the second. as Tessa Randall will be fouled, and she will head to the free throw line for the first time this evening. And the first one will not go. 7:35 just underway. And Sophia Bell will check back into the game. Sophia leading all scores with 7 points. And Tessa Randall and gets this one to fall. Shooter's bounce.
Good shooters get good bounces.
So 21-9. Two top 10 teams going head to head. Jesuit certainly has to be chomping at the bit to bring home some more hardware there, Coach.
Well, they're certainly positioned well to do that, and they are a very athletic team. I'm very pleased, and they've lived up to all the hype that I've read about them.
And 3 ball near side off the glass. Call it good. Callie Brand. Rather, Kenzie Kleiner, excuse me.
I hope she called bank.
Who said the banks aren't open after hours? And a 3 ball this time.
I see what you did there. Who says the banks aren't open after hours?
So the offensive, or rather the foul underneath the basket.
At the in between quarters there, Brian, I was paying attention to Coach Wakefield, and he was really preaching pressure defense, pressure defense, pressure defense. And so that we'll see if they can do that here in the second quarter and get back in this ball game.
3-man weave this time. Now give it far side. Good penetration as Tessa Randall will be fouled, and she will head back to the free throw line.
I think Jesuit has gone to the line just about every possession. That shows that they're penetrating really well.
Tessa Randall 1 for 2 this evening.
Checking in for Lady Cavers, number 4 is Reagan Bruner, along with number 11.
As Reagan Bruner will check in for the Lady Cavers. And Tessa Randall, second one is good as well. 75% from the free throw line for Miss Randall. And makes it a 23-12 contest. And a nice slash down the middle, can't go.
Good play, just couldn't finish.
And good penetration on the fast break. Sophie Bell let the ball knocked out of bounds. And the Crusaders will take a timeout, and we will stay right here, Coach. You know, one thing that I've observed of the Lady Cavers is when they get into a flow of sorts, when they get their offense going, it's pretty effective. It's just that when they can't get their offense started, it seems like they're having some troubles.
Yeah, they've made some decent penetration down into the paint, but they need to be a little more patient on offense, I think. That just because they get it down in the paint doesn't mean they have to shoot. I'd like to see them kick it out once in a while, and once they get it down in the paint, because Jesuit collapses on the ball, and it makes it a really difficult short shot. And so obviously they're trying to pound it, but with the modern game being what it is, I'd like to be able to have them also do a kick-out pass.
Fans want to remind you, for almost 50 years, Bill's Glass has been the clear choice for Southern Oregon home, vehicle, or business needs. Locally owned, family-run, Bill's Glass supports our schools and your community. And also, great sponsors allow these games to be brought to you complimentary. Conger Morris Funeral Directors with a full range of planning and hometown heartfelt help through a difficult process. Conger Morris Funeral Homes. Good family over there. Had 2 young boys that pretty good basketball players themselves. 23-12. 6:09. 3 ball, far side, front of the iron, can't go. As Avery Edwards was trying to get herself in the stat book. But the ball will be knocked out of bounds and will go back to the Lady Cavers. You know, it just seems like, Coach, that the Lady Cavers get something going, then all of a sudden they put the car back into neutral.
Yeah, they do. You got to credit Jesuit. They're really good athletes, and they're probably a little more athletic. And the Cavers need to make some adjustments there, be a little more cautious with their passing.
5:49 here in the second, 23-12. Scott Paul, Brian Gregg, glad to have you along here in this non-league contest, near side. And looking at a 3 ball on the way, got it. Avery Edwards.
Cavers being in that zone, they may have to go man-to-man because that outside shot is going to be there all night long.
26-12, largest lead for the Crusaders. And the penetration once again won't go. Brooke Anderson, good look, just couldn't get it to fall. And in transition, over to Sixta. She really commands that offense quite nicely, Coach.
She really does.
Around the horn, this is Bell. And a 3 ball near side, front of the iron won't go. And a good hustle once again by the Lady Crusaders, keeping this one alive. And the third offensive rebound for the Lady Crusaders here this evening. Bell. And a 3 ball for Sixta. Big arching 3 ball won't go. And Bell got it. Sophia Bell has her second 3-pointer here this evening.
You can sure see why they're ranked second.
Kick ball. Grant's pass ball. Checking in, number 3 for Grant's pass is Mia Thompson.
As Mia Thompson will check back in. 4 minutes gone here in the second. Crusaders extending their lead 29-12. And the Lady Cavers need to get something going here. Far side Mock. Around the horn. Good penetration. Brooke Anderson with the right, can't get it. Ball will be knocked out of bounds. And we'll stay with the Lady Cavers. .340 here in the second. As Wakefield trying to get something going, loses control, and the Crusaders want to run. Around the horn, 3 ball, near side, won't go. Offensive rebound by Hicks, can't get it, just a little too much on it, and she wants that one back. Cavers want to push it. 3 ball. Oh, looked good from here, won't go.
Iron, that's all.
And Eva Sixta pushes it. Far side, 3 ball, Bell. Again, a little too much on that one as well. And the Cavers once again in transition. Good pass underneath with the right. And will go out of bounds off of the Lady Cavers. And the Crusaders will get it back. You know, Coach, that was, 2 possessions there for the Cavers, but it was in transition. They looked pretty darn solid. They just couldn't get the ball in the bucket.
Can't quite finish. But, we talked about in the first quarter, that first quarter they were a little sluggish after that long car ride. And you can see that they picked up the energy level in the second quarter. It hasn't converted on the scoreboard, but you can see that they're playing with a lot more intensity.
And the ball knocked away. Cavers get it back, want to run. And 3 ball, near side, got it. Sophie Mock with her 5th point. And the 15th point of the game for the young lady in blue. Lady Cavers going a little bit of a 2-3 here, Coach.
Wow, they can shoot that 3.
And if there's a way to make a team go back to man, it's shoot the 3 ball, Coach.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised that Coach Wakefield hasn't pulled them out of that zone. But then Jesuit is so athletic that it's hard to keep up with them either way. So they got a lot of weapons, tough to defend.
Far side, Anderson. 3 ball at the top, got it. Reagan Bruner with her 6th point of the game. And a give and go. Good looking pass. Kendra Hicks fouled. Basket good. 1 try at the charity stripe. That's pretty fundamental there, Coach. A little give and go.
That is my kind of basketball right there. A little give and go. Get position down on the block. Turn it into an old-fashioned 3.
So Kendra Hicks trying to convert the 3-point play, as Coach Scott Paul mentioned. Certainly, Coach, when you played with peach buckets, so I don't know if that rule was around when you played.
Well, you know, we had to get the ladder out after each basket to take the ball out of the peach basket, so the game's a little faster paced now.
I understand. You guys used to have to go back to the middle of the court and jump ball it. 130, 3 ball.
What happened to the good old days where you had to jump after every possession?
Transition. Around the horn, 6-3, front of the iron, tipped around, offensive rebound. Hicks back up, and the official is going to indicate an offensive foul. And I certainly like the intensity of Kendra Hicks in there, you know, but just a little too much shoulder in there. But credit the young lady for battling her way in there.
She's a battler. Got height advantage, and she sure takes advantage of that with her 4th offensive rebound.
Kendra Hicks will check out of this one as we hit 110 here in the second. And good penetration this time. Stop, dribble.
Oh, gotta finish.
And Wakefield, good looking move, just could not finish, Coach. 52 seconds. And a 3 ball at the top, back of the iron, offensive rebound, Crusaders. As we hit 38 seconds. And slashing underneath, but taken away by the Cavers. Brooke wants to push it. 3 ball, near side, back of the iron, can't get it. Offensive rebound. And out of bounds, unfortunately, is Wakefield. The nice hustle play, but looked at the official and said, I got pushed out of bounds. But in any event, 18 seconds to go before both these teams head to the dressing room for about 15 minutes. As we hit 8 seconds, 6 elbow jumper, got it. Boy, Coach, is there an effective offensive player out there. And the last attempt at the end of the second quarter. So as both teams head into the locker room, it's the number 2 Crusaders 37 and the Lady Cavers at number 10 at 18. We'll take a break. When we come back, Coach and I will provide our first half thoughts. As you've been watching live coverage of 6A non-league girls basketball right here on Tabor Rock Sports Productions. We'll be back.
You an honorably discharged U.S. veteran? If so, did you know that you and your spouse could save approximately $5,000 by taking advantage of using a VA National Cemetery? You and your spouse get a grave or urn space, grave lining, opening and closing, headstone, and perpetual care, all free. Conger Morris can assist you with making all final arrangements and also help with other benefits that you and your spouse are entitled to as a veteran. Call Conger Morris or visit one of the offices.
Any phone you want. Any one I want? Any phone you want.
Say cheese. Connection is the greatest gift of all.
Mama.
At US Cellular, we're offering any phone free for new and current customers.
New and current customers get any phone free at Siskiyou Cellular, the Road Valley's exclusive authorized agent for US Cellular. Visit souscellular.com for details.
Bill's Glass covers the full spectrum of your glass needs and dreams. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home and auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
Welcome back to the broadcast here. Scott Paul, Brian Gregg here on this beautiful Friday evening here in the beautiful Portland Metro as the Lady Crusaders have themselves a 37-18 point lead as we're here at halftime. And, Coach, you could certainly see that pretty early on that the Lady Crusaders were certainly the more athletic ball club in their ability to get up and down the floor in transition. And certainly their offensive rebounds was a stat that jumped out at me, and then the other thing, forcing turnovers. So get out in transition, force turnovers, and get a couple offensive rebounds, and you're going to find yourselves in pretty darn good positions.
Well, as I said in the pregame, this is the first time I've been able to see both of these teams this year, and it was pretty obvious that it's a clash of styles. The Crusaders like to get out and run the ball, get up and down the floor. They like a game in the 60s. That's where the Lady Cavers, they're a lot more methodical, not quite as athletic, and they like to keep a game down in the 40s or low 50s. And so you got a clash of styles there, and both very well coached teams. But the Lady Cavers need to pick up their defense. A couple of other observations that I made is that the Crusaders aren't afraid of shooting that three ball, and they have 6 threes in that first half. So half their points came from threes. I also went to the free throw line many more times than the Cavers did. And then you mentioned it a second ago, the turnovers. The turnover battle, it's been decisively in favor of the Crusaders.
So certainly this very much could dictate some seedings, but, Coach, it's, you run into a team like Jesuit, it's a good test, I would say, for Coach Wakefield as well, coming in here, and you get to identify some areas you need to improve on, but to, credit the Lady Cavers, getting out in transition here, they seem to show a little more offensive firepower. When they would kind of start their offense 25, 28 feet away from the bucket, it just made it more difficult. But when they got out in transition, it seemed as though they were able to actually get some points on the board.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to hear what Coach Wakefield's telling her Lady Cavers there at halftime, but I'd like to see them a little more patient on offense. If it's not there, kick it out, start it all over, rather than when you get it down in the paint, you don't have to shoot. So I'd like to see them be a little more patient. Crusaders, I'm sure that Coach Lowry is just telling them to keep up the same thing. Get the ball up and down the court, kick it out. They love the three. It's the difference in the ball game.
We're here in the Travel Medford halftime show, 37-18. As we'll take another break. And when we come back, we will start the second half. Lady Cavers got to climb out of a hole here. Can they do it? Got 16 minutes to do it. We'll find out.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
Any time is a good time to plan your funeral, except at the time of the funeral. At Conger Morris, we know that there are so many advantages to planning ahead. It eases the burden on our families at their worst time. Pre-planning also alleviates their stress, knowing the funeral costs are already taken care of. And it allows your service to be more meaningful, with all of your wishes being taken care of. Call us today for personalized assistance in creating your own plan. Conger Morris, we'll always be there.
I'm Pat Cox with Sherm's Food Stores. The employees of Sherm's are proud to be part of your community.
We have thousands of customers in our stores every day, and our checkers know a lot of them on a first name basis. They tend to enjoy what they do and they love it, so it reflects in how they treat the customer.
If you live anywhere in Southern Oregon, there's a Sherm's store near you. We hope to see you soon.
If you shop with us, you will save money.
Daily adventure starts at Pinnacle 365. Accelerate your day with morning motivation, that midday pick-me-up pit stop. Plus, earn free rewards with our Peak Rewards app. And when you buy Red Bull, Old Wisconsin Jerky, and many other items, you'll accumulate big savings on fuel. With locations in Oregon and California, we are here to keep you energized throughout the day. And with our Peak Rewards app, we'll help you travel further for less, keeping more money in your pockets. Daily adventures are better with Pinnacle 365.
Welcome back to the broadcast. Scott Paul, Brian Gregg here. As we're just about to start the second half. And the Lady Cavers got to get something going here. And, Coach, the one way you get back into a game is certainly minimize turnovers and have good pressure defense.
Well, looks like the Cavers are coming out in man-to-man. I like that coaching change.
And a fast break. And with the right won't go, Reagan Bruner.
There's an example, Brian, where I'd like to see them be a little more patient on offense because the shot wasn't quite there, so it was a tough shot.
And a three ball is good. Sophia Bell has her third three-pointer and her 14th point in the game. Boy, it's a good-looking stroke there, Coach.
It really is. She's very impressive.
And a runner, can't get it. Offensive rebound, mocked. Second attempt, can't get it either. And Sophia Bell will come down with it. And Bell with a nice penetration up and in. And, Coach, one thing I've observed about Miss Bell is that because she's such a great shooter, you have to respect that there. And when you come up on her, she has that great first step.
Well, it's not every day you get to see a 6'1" point guard in the women's basketball game, and so they can see the floor so well. That gives them a huge advantage. And then when you're the best athlete on the team on top of that, it's a weapon that's really hard to defend. But I do like this Lady Caver defense. That's over and back.
And the over and back. And so the Lady Cavers will get it back, but no, you can certainly tell when you have two players, Emma Sixta and Sophia Bell on your squad, you're probably going to be in pretty good position to win some basketball games, Coach.
Absolutely, absolutely. They both have good outside games for sure, but we can also see them attack the hoop.
Mock inside, ball will be knocked out of bounds.
Tough no call there.
And Sophie Mock sticking her nose in there. 6'11", 42-18, Lady Crusaders. Showing why they're the number 2 ranked team in the state. Far side, Brooke Anderson can't get it. Rebound comes down to Hicks. Crusaders want to run. 2-on-2, slashing, it's Bell. Give it back, 3 ball, won't go. Here's Avery Edwards looking at the 3. Now Sixta at the top, got it. Boy, Coach, when kind of pick your poison out there. You know, you put your best athlete on Sophia Bell, and then you can't forget about Emma Sixta. Boy, sure a pretty darn good 1-2 punch. Around the horn, Mock, baseline, good penetration, back of the iron. And Sophie Mock will head to the free throw line for the first time here tonight.
You know, Brian, the offense starts in the hands of Brooke Anderson, and she's got a great command of their offense. But she was held scoreless from the field in the first half, and that's really surprising. I'd like to see her get back in the rotation a little bit on the she's got a nice stroke, and but holding her scoreless from the field in the first half is not the normal.
Brooke Anderson's had some good looks there, especially with her penetrations. But as Coach alluded to, and Sophia Bell, 1-on-2, keeps it herself. And she attacks the bucket, and she will be fouled. And Sophia Bell will head back to, or rather to the free throw line for the second time here tonight. And she looks at a second attempt. And this one is good. 75% from the charity stripe for Miss Bell.
Was that math you did?
Inside, good looking move. And
even though she drew the foul there, that's the example of where I'd like to see them be a little more patient on offense. She didn't really have a good look at it there, and I'd like to see her kick it out.
So Wakefield at the free throw line is good. So first point in the second half for the Lady Cavers. And the second one, not ideal. 3 ball on the way, got it. Sophia Bell, 4th 3-pointer here tonight.
She's feeling it. But I have a feeling she feels it every night.
As Mia Thompson trying to attack the bucket, but takes this one off her foot and goes out of bounds. And the Lady Cavers are going to take a timeout, and we'll join them. 49-19, Crusaders' largest lead. We'll be back.
Dear Dad, today was hard. You know how much I love you, and you know how much I love sports. I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports, I love to play, and I love my team. I want us both to enjoy the game, win or lose. But we can't if you always lose your temper. I hope you can cheer for me and the other players. It's about more than just the score. It's about us all enjoying the experience. I hope you can join me for my next game. I really want you to be there. Love, Katie.
Welcome back here to Jesuit High School. Scott, Paul, Brian, Greg, where it's pretty much been all Lady Crusaders as the Cavers had a hard time getting going in the first quarter, and Jesuit has never really let up. Second chance, 3 ball on the way, Sixta, good. And Emma Sixta has her 18th point here this evening. And a 3 ball this time, Mia Thompson. And the Lady Cavers get to 22. And back the other way, in and out, offensive rebound, Kendra Hicks.
Hotel.
And Kendra Hicks is saying, God, I wanted that one. You know, that is one player for the Crusaders, coach, that you have to credit. You know, a lot of the attention goes to Sophia Bell and Emma Sixta, but Kendra Hicks does a lot of things down low that can cause a lot of havoc down there.
I was going to make a comment about that a little bit ago, that she's not going to beat you with her offensive skills, but she's down there making great rebounds, taking up a lot of space down in the paint. Really an added asset for the Crusaders. Complements the other 2 players extremely well.
As Emma setting up the offense, near side, Bell, back of the iron, won't go. Rebound come down to the Cavers. And the Cavers want to push it, trying to get something going here. 3 ball on the way, back of the iron, won't go. Tipped around, Hicks comes down with it. And a hard foul. As Mia Thompson and Sophie Bell both go up for it.
Comes up blinking her eyes. Hope she's all right.
So Sophia Bell taking a bit of a tumble.
Take her out and make sure the cobwebs are okay. No, they're going to leave her in. She seems to be okay, but boy, she took a hard fall.
2:57 here in the third, 52-22. At the elbow, around the horn, Bell. Bell from the elbow, back of the iron, won't go, and the Cavers come down with it. And the ball stolen away. Sophia linked to the floor with the right, up and in. And she's got 10 in the corner, 54-22. The number 2 ranked Crusaders are making a statement against the number 10 Lady Cavers. Good penetration this time, as Bruner finds Brands, and she has her first points here this evening. And Crusaders just managing the offense here, Coach.
Skip pass.
Far side, 3 ball, front of the iron. Good rebound this time by Callie. And she will be fouled. As we hit 1:44 here in the third, as Sophie Bell will take a quick breather. .131. Elbow. 3 ball. Bruner back of the iron, won't go. And the Crusaders come down with it. And again, they want to push it. Sixta got numbers, now pulls it back. Now keeps it herself. Inside with the right. Around the horn is Randall. 3, Sixta, good.
You know, Brian, they really look for that skip pass like that. That's really, really hard to defend. I'm really, really impressed. big third quarter for the Lady Crusaders.
As we hit 1 minute here in the third. Inside, Wakefield with the right, looking for a foul. And the ball will go out of bounds. And we'll go back to, or rather, we'll go to the Crusaders. I thought that was the official indicated it was going to the Lady Cavers.
I thought that was for sure off Jesuit. I guess I had a bad angle on it.
So as we hit 36 seconds here in the third, before we reach the final period. As we hit 23 seconds, as Bayless at the top. This is Evelyn Tossi, who's seeing her first action. And 10 seconds. Far side, three ball on the way, got it.
Audrey Bayless taking advantage of her limited playing time.
So at the end of three, after the Audrey Bayless three ball, it's the Crusaders 60 and the Lady Cavers 24. As we head to the final period here at Jesuit High School. Don't go anywhere.
It's game day or a family get-together. Sherm's has the quality products and prices that will make you cheer. Sherm's Thunderbird Market, Medford's original discount grocery store.
We love our sports here.
It's our responsibility to keep them great. And we need you to know your role.
You can be a player.
You can be a coach. You can be a spectator.
Or an official.
But you only get to be one. Know your role.
Parents, release your kid to the game.
It's my experience.
Don't yell at the refs. They have a hard job.
Know your role.
Players, respect your opponents.
Love to play, win or lose.
Know your role.
So what do you do when you get injured in a motorcycle accident and you need legal help? Easy. Just go to letusfightforyou.com. That's it. Letusfightforyou.com, helping Oregonians get justice for over 40 years.
Welcome back to the broadcast as we start the fourth period here at Jesuit High School. And both these teams will be finding themselves in the state tournament as Evelyn Tossi gets in the book for the first time, and she's got her first three of the game, 63-24. You know, Coach, it's pretty remarkable that Jesuit goes deep into their bench and they still got some athletes that can go out there and contribute.
I was noticing that same thing.
As Bayless sets up the offense near side.
Audrey Bayless, just a sophomore, so she looks like she has a bright future ahead of her.
This time the pass goes out of bounds. And the Lady Cavers will get it back. Near side. Penetration this time. Brooke Anderson can't get it to go. And the ball will go out of bounds. Fans, want to remind you and thank to all our sponsors for our live high school athletic streams, including Lithia Superstore, Jeep, Dodge, Chrysler. Visit lithiasuperstore.com to find your next ride. And also our presenting sponsor, Siskiyou Cellular of Southern Oregon, with over 7 locations to serve you. Thank you so much to Lithia Superstore and their wonderful contributions, not only to these broadcasts, but to the wonderful contributions to Southern Oregon University as well, and that beautiful athletic facility that they've invested a lot in. So thank you so much to Lithia and all they do.
Great supporter of high school athletics.
And Kenzie is perfect from the free throw line. And she's got her 5th point of the game. Near side, 3 ball on the way. Got it! Audrey Bayless, 6 in the game, 2 3-pointers. She's like, put me in, coach.
And she's just in 10th grade. Really bright future for her.
Near side, Anderson. Good defense by the Crusaders. Around the horn, this is Callie. Now baseline underneath, looking for Johnson there. Up and off the glass, can't get it. And a good rebound. The Crusaders want to push it. Audrey Bayless, length of the floor, has it knocked away. And Callie wants to run, gives it to Johnson. Looking for a streak in Anderson, trying to get it up, can't find it. Tips it around, gets it back. And a 3-ball, front of the iron, look good from here. And a foul going to likely be called on Kenzie. She pulled the trigger, thought it looked good from here, but just a little, not enough on it there, Coach.
You got to love the name Kenzie Kleiner. That just rolls off your tongue nicely.
Yeah, Sophia Castorella will check in for the first time. The freshman getting a chance to get a little bit of run here. And a crossover dribble inside the paint with the right, up and good. Evelyn Tossie's got her 5th point. And the 68th point of the game for the Crusaders. And a good penetration this time by Paige. And Paige Pastro will head to the free throw line for the first time this evening. 3:58 remaining here in the 4th.
You know, Brian, Jesuit is looking at their roster and their games for this year. They've been blowing out all of their opponents all season long. As a coach, you worry about them when they get in the state championship that they haven't had any close ball games. And so I'm sure that they will do just fine in the tournament, but you never know when they're under pressure if you haven't experienced it during the season.
Well, their one loss came against number 4 ranked Clackamas back earlier this year. But to your point.
Yeah, they only scored 29 points against Clackamas. It's hard to imagine this team was only scored 29 points. You wonder if Sixta and Bell were out that game.
You know, Coach, it's another topic of conversation that's come up quite a bit lately. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but the OSAA Board of Directors passed, they're going to add the shot clock into high school basketball in the state of Oregon.
Starting next season?
Yeah, it's either next season or the following season. And so I was thinking about it on the drive over here, and I was thinking, you know, does a shot clock, does it make the disparity even bigger for teams that are really good as teams that are average? You can't take the air out of the ball. And so it's almost like the richer get richer because, you know, you can't really give yourself an opportunity to take the air out of the ball. So I'm interested to see what
30-second clock.
I'm not familiar. I don't know, but you know, in any event, it just seems like that the rich are going to get richer when it comes to having a shot clock. So that disparity might get even bigger.
Yeah, it's going to place a super premium on athleticism, and the one chance that a team that's not quite as athletic is to stay competitive with a more athletic team is to take the air out of the ball. And so I'm going to have to think that through a little bit, but I'm not too sure I'd be in favor of that.
And a good-looking penetration this time. Tiana Johnson trying to convert the three-point play the old-fashioned way. As the junior getting in the stat book. Yeah, you know, it's an interesting concept. I know a lot of other associations around the country have implemented the shot clock, so it's nothing new to high school sports. I know that the state of Oregon is one of the last ones to finally adopt having a shot clock. But, you know, something certainly to keep an eye on when it comes to, again, teams that are, you know, really quality basketball teams. And it just seems like it seems like a big advantage if you have that shot clock, but the decision was made by the OSAA. So 3 balls, Sophia, and she's got her first point of the game, 71 for the Lady Crusaders.
Boy, another 9th grader. Future's bright for the Jesuit program.
And the penetration, give and go, back and forth. Iman Foster, the freshman. And she's got her first point, 73rd of the game, 2:14 here in the 4th. Inside Callie, up and under, can't get it, tipped around. And the ball will go and stay with the Lady Cavers. A lot of action going on here tonight on Table Rock Sports. Go to TableRockSports.com to catch all the action throughout the state. And Joe Brett Pupo Castro doing a wonderful job of bringing us all the action. And it's crazy that Table Rock has they've made some good sports broadcaster. Dusty Hara, who has his afternoon show, started his days on Table Rock Sports. Now he's big time. He's here on the airwaves. So certainly Pete and Joe gave Dusty a great opportunity. And I know Dusty's ran with it and does a wonderful job here in the City of Roses. As I like to call him, Hollywood Hara is what I like to call him now.
Hollywood Hara, I like that. I like that.
Ball out of bounds. It will stay with the Lady Cavers. So,
well, Dusty's son Bennett is probably going to be a future star himself.
Near side, Johnson, 3-ball, good. Tatiana Johnson. And she's got her, they got 34 points in the game. Boy, Johnson's come in there, coach, and said, just give me the rock. I'll start pulling some.
Why not?
Around the horn, pump
good
fake.
Head fake.
And Lubrano giving a little shimmy, shake, and bake. Can't convert it as we're under 1 minute. And give it to Johnson, slashing across the middle, off the glass, tipped around. And Pastrell comes down with it, 39 seconds. Inside Callie with the right, get back up, gets her own rebound, can't get it, tipped around. And the Crusaders want to push it, 23 seconds. And Callie, the sophomore, with the steal. Johnson, 3-ball, front of the iron, can't get it. And a foul will be called on Wakefield. And the clock will go all the way down to 8 seconds. And immediately following this one, Coach Scott Paul and I will provide our thoughts, and we will wrap this one up here from Jesuit High School. As Wakefield will head to the free throw line for the 1-and-1, so the foul is actually committed on the Crusaders. So Kennedy Wakefield gets her first point and gives the Lady Cavers 35 points. Second one, not good. Tipped around on the floor. And the Crusaders will come down with it. And that'll likely be the last play of the game. And the Lady Crusaders are victorious in this one, 73-35. So a very hard-fought game, but you could certainly tell pretty early, Coach, that just too much firepower for Jesuit, and Lady Cavers just had a hard time matching it. So final score 73-35. Jesuit with the win. They moved to 18-2 on the year. And Lady Cavers moved to 14-6. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll talk about the game. We'll wrap it up and get on out of here. Final score 73-35. Crusaders with the victory. We'll be back here in 60 seconds.
I'm Pat Cox with Sherm's Food Stores. The employees of Sherm's are proud to be part of your community.
We have thousands of customers in our stores every day, and our checkers know a lot of them on a first name basis. They tend to enjoy what they do and they love it, so it reflects in how they treat the customer.
If you live anywhere in Southern Oregon, there's a Sherm's store near you. We hope to see you soon.
If you shop with us, you will save money.
Daily Adventure starts at Pinnacle 365. Accelerate your day with morning motivation, that midday pick-me-up pit stop. Plus, earn free rewards with our Peak Rewards app. And when you buy Red Bull, Old Wisconsin Jerky, and many other items, you'll accumulate big savings on fuel. With locations in Oregon and California, we are here to keep you energized throughout the day. And with our Peak Rewards app, we'll help you travel further for less, keeping more money in your pockets. Daily adventures are better with Pinnacle 365.
Welcome back here to Jesuit High School, 73-35. As the Crusaders move to 18-2 on the year, Lady Cavers go to 14-6 on the year. And, Coach, a good opportunity to learn some things for the Lady Cavers before they head into March Madness in the state tournament. But, anytime that you have to go up against a Crusader basketball team like that, I think that you could do everything right and you could still find yourself in some difficult situations. So tip your hat to the Crusaders, but also a good opportunity for the Cavers to see where they need to improve before they roll into the tournament.
Yeah, that's a tough team to defend. That's all there is to it. If you camp in the paint, they kick it out for the three ball. If you play tough defense on the perimeter, they throw it in this side to their bigger fellas, and it's a very, very difficult team to defend. And I think the Crusaders would agree with that.
Sophia Bell finished this one with 20 points in the game. Emma Sixa had 21, and Kendra Hicks down in the middle down there, Coach, as you alluded to, and you certainly wonder if you put a lot of pressure on those two, if Kendra Hicks's 4 points is more like 14 points, because you certainly have to appreciate her. On the other side, the Cavers, played hard here, as you mentioned before. Brooke Anderson showing her athleticism, kind of that basketball Jones type of personality. She finished the game with 4 points. Atiana Johnson came in there late into the fourth, and she ended the game with 6 points. And but again, a lot of defense has to be played, and certainly it can get a little difficult on the offensive end. So a lot of things to improve on, but certainly, again, when you play a team like Jesuit, when you got a 1-2 punch like Bell and Sixta, you're certainly going to have a tall order.
Well, you do, and quick feet and quick hands goes a long ways in amateur basketball, and the Crusaders definitely had quicker feet and quicker hands, and when you have that combination, it's extremely difficult to defend, and then it's difficult to compete against that. You can't coach that. You can't coach quickness.
Well, again, the Crusaders number 2 ranked team in the state, number 1 ranked team in the state. South Medford Panthers 19-2 on the year. So many have said that South Medford and Jesuit very well might be the two teams that potentially could make a deep run of the tournament. But Grants Pass would love to spoil some of those Cinderella runs from some other squads trying to make a note for themselves.
Yeah, and I wouldn't count out Tualatin. They're a fine ball club, and they might be the dark horse in the tournament. But I tend to agree that I think we're going to see both South Medford and Jesuit in the finals. But once again, as I said earlier during the broadcast, if you're used to blowing out your opponents during the regular season, and then when you get into the tournament time, it's one and done, and you're under pressure, it's, as a coach, you'd like to see the Crusaders have a little more competition during the regular season, and it'll make them sharper going into the tournament.
So exciting times here in the state of Oregon. A lot of fun, a lot of good basketball going on. 50 years of Title IX, and to see these young ladies have an opportunity to go out here and compete is nothing's more special. And congratulations to those ladies who continue to put in all the work, just like everybody else. So good for them. 73-35, Crusaders with the victory. Coach, thanks so much for joining here. It was fun.
My pleasure, Brian. Thanks for the invite, and look forward to our next broadcast together.
So this has been a special presentation brought to you in part by Table Rock Sports. Joe Brett, president, engineer back at the station, the mothership. Thank you so much, Joe, for all your work down there. Pipo Castro as well running the operation. Mike Strickland, the man behind the lens. Thank you so much, Mike, for your work, continually bringing us great shots to bring us all the coverage. So for Scott Paul, for Brian Gregg, thank you for being a part of the broadcast here tonight. Have a wonderful weekend, and God bless, and good night from Jesuit High School.